Hello, welcome back to Ask Alan About Low Carb Cocktails. Today we are going to be doing a drink called Bamboo Barrel. Come and join us. Hello, and welcome back to Ask Alan About Low Carb Cocktails. Today I wanted to try something a little bit more unique called a Bamboo Barrel. This is a tiki cocktail that I found on a tiki Facebook group. There's a group out there that I joined that there's quite a few people who post really good drinks. And this one I also, after seeing it on there, I wanted to do a search, and it came up under a number of different websites. So it seems like it's a recipe out in the wild. I don't know that it belongs to anyone in particular, but it is something that did work well. So I'm going to show you how to make that. This is something that calls for being flash blended. So I have a NutriBullet that I use when I do flash blending. So the first thing I got to do is get some ice, and it's supposed to be, it calls for crushed ice, but I'll just put regular ice cubes in there and blend it a little bit longer. Then we'll add our ingredients and try this out. So I do have some ice here. We actually got a new refrigerator because our old Samsung died. This is a tiki drink that is pretty good, and I'd recently purchased some tiki mugs, so that's what I'm going to use for this because it looks great in there. The recipe calls for an ounce of lime juice, and I know this is bottled lime juice. Using fresh limes is better, but this is what I got. If you want to complain, you can complain, but this is what I'm using. You definitely can use fresh squeezed, and it will give it a little bit better taste. I go for convenience, but you can do what you want. 1 ounce of pineapple, and again, I'm using this. This is Libby's Pineapple Light, which is supposed to have half the carbs or half the sugars. So it's got fewer than what you would have otherwise. Then we have a 1/2 ounce of passion fruit syrup. This is called hip syrup. It's sugar-free, so that should have no carbs. And it's a 1/2 ounce of that. And this allspice dram, I made that myself. So I'll try to remember to do a video on how to make allspice dram. There's going to be less sugar in this because I don't add any sugars to it. But that's a 1/4 ounce of the allspice dram. And this stuff has a great taste and a great smell to it. So you definitely should make your own allspice dram, and then do it as low of sugars as possible. Same thing with the Grenadine. Grenadine is a very sweet syrup, but I made this with Splenda, and actually a Walmart version of Splenda. So you still have the pomegranate, I think, juice, but you buy the unsweetened, and then you add the sugar substitute, and you make a grenadine that's got lower, not zero, but lower carbs than you would otherwise have. So then we get into the alcohols. The first is Probitas, if I pronounce that right. This actually, I think, is imported company in California, and it's got a bit of a agricole funk to it, but it can't be called agricole because it's produced in the United States. But this is 1 ounce. This is a very good tasting rum. The next is supposed to be Doorley's 5. Doorley's is a British rum. I don't have Doorley's 5, but I cracked open my bottle of Doorley's 12. This is probably more of a sipping rum, but if you got the Doorley's 5 or something similar, it's a Barbados rum, so it's aged 5 years. This is aged 12 instead. So if you find a Barbados rum with a 5-year age, it probably would work. So 1 ounce of that. And a 1/2 ounce Hamilton 151. Hamilton is a Guyana rum, and it's a Demerara River-based rum, so it has to be in that location to be called a Demerara rum. But this Hamilton 151, you could use another 151, Don Q, which would be a Puerto Rican 151, or Lemon Heart, which I've never had because I can't get it. But you could try other 151s, but this is what it's called for, and I happen to have had it, which is lucky for me because I happen to have had just about everything I needed for this drink, which is not always the case. Okay, and then there's 3 dashes of the thing everybody is going to have. There's really no substitute, and that's Angostura bitters. And this is a larger bottle, and the dashes are bigger out of it. So that'll give it a little bit more bitter taste, which I like that Angostura taste, so that's okay. So this is supposed to be flash blended. I might have to blend it a little bit longer because I didn't use crushed ice, but we'll do that. I might break away because this might get a little loud, but bear with me for a moment. Okay, so that's flash blended, and we'll use this nifty tiki mug that I had recently purchased. That's almost perfect to fit in that glass. Just a little bit of room at the top so you don't spill it. Add a decorative umbrella. You could use pineapple fronds or whatever else you want. It's up to you for your garnish. A lot of people like to get real fancy with the garnishes, but that's what I have, is just a little umbrella. And now let's taste this. And that is an excellent tiki drink. It's got that blended ice, so it's one that probably you want to use a straw for. And actually these mugs did come with metal straws, so we're good there. I'll have to get that straw out and put it in there and finish this off. But that is the Bamboo Barrel Tiki Cocktail. It's very good, and I do hope that you will have an opportunity to try that. Substitute what you have to. If you get a different agricole type rum or one with a little bit of funk, don't go overboard with the grassiness, because this Probitas is just a little bit of that funk in there. And it's not really an agricole, but it does have a little bit of an agricole taste. The Doorleys, that was a Barbados rum. So if you get a 5-year aged Barbados type rum, then that will work okay. But if you can get Doorleys, definitely use that. The 5 is what it's called for. I use 12, which tastes good also. And Hamilton 151, if you can get that, definitely get it. Otherwise, any hot overproof type of rum should be okay. You get a little bit of different flavors because of this Demerara Valley where they make this. So that's got a unique taste, but other 151s will give you something similar. And of course, Angostura bitters. The other stuff is pretty easy to get. So hopefully you can either make your syrups or get the lower carb versions of things and use those. But this is something I think you'll very much enjoy. I do hope you get a chance to try it. And definitely, if you could, like and subscribe to this video, subscribe to the channel. That allows you to get notifications of the videos as they come out. Also, share these with your friends, especially if there are people who like to enjoy cocktails, but they can't be often because they need to have lower carbs in their diet, or people who just like cocktails. You don't have to use the low carb syrups, but that's what this channel does, and so you can still make the cocktails otherwise, but here's the way to do it with lower carbs. And definitely comment and let me know what you think of this video or any of the videos that I've done. I will try to remember to put some information about how I made the Grenadine, maybe the Allspice. That's a more complicated process, but try to give you some information on that. And with that, we'll sign off until next time. Just make sure you don't forget to do the like and subscribe and comment and share and all that stuff, so that we can grow this community and have as many people as possible enjoy the same content. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.